Today's video, I'm going to be swatching and reviewing the Zoya Everlasting Fall Part 1 collection for 2024. So Zoya this year decided to do a Fall Part 1, which was released in August, and Fall Part 2, which is released here in September. I don't know when they're going to release it, but I'm definitely going to be doing a video on that one as well. So this is the Everlasting collection, and I believe this collection was a transition from summer to fall. And I will be completely honest that this collection, in my opinion, had a lot of missed opportunity. Now, I'm not going to say this collection was bad because it was not. I still think it's a very beautiful collection, but I'll get more into my thoughts on it as this video goes forward. So the first polish is Opal, and Opal is a really pretty sheer white with some nail flakies in it. Now, I will be completely honest that this polish was a little bit of a disappointment in my opinion because from the picture that they shared on Instagram as well as on the Zoya website, the polish looked more of like a sheer pink that had kind of like a whitened pink with just like that shimmer running through it. That's what I thought this was going to be, and it's definitely more on the sheer white. I'm not going to say that this is a bad polish at all because I think this color has a tremendous amount of opportunities, and this would be beautiful as like a negative space design, or you know, this would be a really beautiful polish if you prefer more like a delicate polish. I think this one would be a really great option. And if you wanted to get this to be fully opaque, I would recommend doing 3 coats. I did 2 here, but I would also recommend pairing this polish over like a very, very light pink, and I think you would get a really pretty effect that way. But I do like this polish, but like I said, it was just a little bit of a disappointment because I thought it was going to be more of like a sheer pink or like a very, very lightened pink, if that makes sense. So this is 2 coats of Opal. So the next polish in the collection is called Franny. Now this polish, while it was still beautiful and it was a very pretty blush pink neutral, this polish was very, very similar to Zoya's polish last year in their fall collection called Frenchie. And when I held the 2 bottles up side by side, they were pretty much identical in my opinion, maybe just a hair off. This polish is one of those very pretty, delicate, neutral pink polishes that, again, go with a lot of different things, and you can do a lot of different nail art designs with them. And if you're a person that prefers this shade of polish where it's just very subtle, it's not too bold, then I would definitely recommend this to you. But like I said, this polish reminded me a lot of Zoya's Frenchie. And most of the polishes in this collection actually have a lot of resemblance to polishes that were released, I think it was last year and the year before that from Zoya. And if I'm actually thinking about doing a video where I share like the comparisons of those polishes, and if that's something that you're interested in, then like comment below and I will definitely try to do that. So the next polish in this collection is called Cassette or Cosette. I'm not really sure how to pronounce this correctly. And this polish, I will be honest, while it was beautiful, it was definitely more on the very thick side, which I don't necessarily enjoy because I feel like it just doesn't dry thoroughly, and I feel like this color is one of those polishes that can get bulky very quickly. Now, this one was very beautiful in 2 coats. I would definitely recommend doing maybe 3 thin coats in order to completely hide your nail line, or like pair this over maybe like Franny or the polish coming up, Henley, to get that really pretty like depth and dimension. This polish, I would also recommend using some nail polish thinner with it just because I think it'll be a little bit easier to work with. And this polish also was very similar in formula as well as very similar in like the glitter to last year's polish, and I believe it was from the fall collection as well, called Twinklet, I think it was called. And they're pretty much identical in the formulas, but this one was definitely way more on the pink side, while Twinklet was more on the neutral beige side. So, like again, I'm thinking about making a video where I share the comparisons. So, the next up in this collection is Zoya Henley, and Henley is a really pretty taupe purple polish that has that neutral undertone. And I also think that this polish resembles another polish that I can't think off the top of my head from Zoya, but it's very similar to another one that I have in my collection, and this is gorgeous in 2 coats as well. So I wanted to just talk about how I feel like this polish, or this collection in general, was just a missed opportunity for a lot of things. And I think a transition between seasons collection is actually quite smart. However, I feel like Zoya missed out on an opportunity to do more of like neutral polishes where they could have done like a neutral pink or a really pretty neutral purple. They could have done like a really pretty neutral green or a really pretty soft denim blue type thing. I don't know what the fall part 2 is, so obviously like I'm excited to see that as well. But like I said, I feel like this collection was missed opportunities to some aspects. I'm not going to say that this collection was bad, because it definitely was not. This collection is very, very pretty. And if you're a person that prefers neutral colors, this one I would definitely recommend. So next up is Undine, and Undine is a really pretty grape purple. And this one, I love polishes like this. I will get a ton of use out of these. This one reminded me, and it was almost identical to Zoya Pamela, which I can't remember if it was last year's fall collection or it was like a holiday collection. But it was almost, it is literally, when you look at the bottles side by side, they are, I swear, identical. Nothing wrong with that, but like I said, I feel like this collection had a lot of missed opportunity. So, in my honest opinion, I would give this collection, if you were to rate it like 0 out of 10 stars, I would give this collection a 7 out of 10. 7 in the sense that I think the polishes are beautiful and there is a lot of really good variety for people, but I would dock 3 stars because I feel like these polishes were almost identical to other polishes that Zoya has previously released, and I don't know if that was the intention, but I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 stars. So the last polish is Annabelle, and I'm actually wearing Annabelle on my toes when I'm doing this voiceover. I love this color. This is an absolutely beautiful fall purple sparkle polish that is going to be very popular in my opinion, and it is gorgeous in 2 coats. The only downside to this polish is it did get quite thick when I was trying to put it on my toes, so I would recommend adding some nail polish thinner and you'll be good to go. But like I said, the 7 out of 10 stars. I don't dislike this collection. I think it's beautiful. I think the transition to summer to fall is very, very smart. But I do think that there was missed opportunity, and I do think that the polishes resemble other polishes just a little bit too much. But other than that, I would recommend this collection, especially if you're a person that loves neutrals like this or you love colors like this. I think this collection is a really good collection, and I am really, really looking forward to seeing what Zoya does for part 2.